using this as a counter borer for the holes, for the bolt holes, the nut holes, sorry, under the keel.
Are you helping? Are you helping?
Looks like a bit like a torpedo or submarine, not sure. But we're using this as a counter borer for the holes, for the bolt holes, the nut holes, sorry, under the keel. It's cutting a bit thick right now. We've been fiddling with the edge and how we want it to come off. But funny fact is the cutting edge actually feels sharper after cutting lead than when I was using it, when I sharpened it with a grinder, which is bizarre. So the lead is just so soft.
And what's the technique of because I think it's quite hard to understand if you don't see what's going on, how you drill up
so
without lying underneath and pushing.
Yeah, the drill's in forward, but is up there attached to another longer bar. And so I apply pressure on the bottom of the torpedo with the jack, not much, only a tiny bit, and push up while the drill rotates in the boat, and that just cuts. It's pretty simple really. And you can take this off with grub screws and pull the bar out, put it in another one and attach it again.
So that's your jack up there, you pushed it.
Yep.
Push the cutting.
Yeah. And that is that.
And there's the driller.
The driller himself.
Look at how cool this swarf is, Dad. Look at that.
Yeah. It's for the Christmas tree next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even blue there. There's a little...
It's getting quite warm.
Yeah. But the drill isn't.
No. So we can keep trying. I don't mind. It's just these are really thick.
Yeah, so?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just push on.
I think...
Well, so it might be easier and quicker if it's thinner is what you're trying to say, Matt.
Well, it just might be less heat, but either way it's going to get hot. So, like it's a thick slice coming off.
It's some kind of a butter.
Yeah. Don't know.
I don't think...
Are we ready for that? No, I could put a disc in there.
I like this, and yeah, you have to keep it in, I think.
All right. All done. Nice. How's the drill? Happy. Can you come down a little bit more? Yep. That should be alright. I'll take the torpedo off. Okay? Yeah. Too hot? Okay.
What did you say? Too much vibration.
Too much vibration?
Vibration?
Ah, vibration. Nice job. We're done. All done. Cool. Yeah, just need it to come down a bit more. Yeah. Okay. Yep, ready. Yep. Done. Nice job. Yep. That was good. Yeah, it's all a bit weird, but let's just...
No, we'll see.
Do you not want... I can... Do you want these long gloves? If you're doing the...
Yeah, the swarfy stuff.
I don't think you're on camera though. I think everyone's missing you, but it's just your face. I'll be pretty far back, hopefully.
You're out
I
of
might have to hold... I'll get some longer gloves too, 'cause I might have to hold the base of the drill.
see from here to here, or the hole, or the first.
Well, let's just see if it works, because I'm worried this is going to be too wobbly. And we have to go, it's quite a way to go, so I've got a pretty good gauge on the distance.
Okay.
But I might just squeeze some oil on you.
No.
It's going to wobble because it's loose in the hole. Oh, let's give it a go. And don't open your mouth when you do this, because lead will go in your mouth. If it's too dodgy, we'll just do something else.
It has to be in reverse, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Really hard, isn't it? It's just getting hot. Don't know. Okay, let's just try a little bit more and I don't know. Yep. Just watch out so it doesn't grab. Yep. Yeah, that's more. I reckon we're there. I think we're good. I think we can stop.
Measure?
I can measure where to.
Between your legs.
Yeah, it's beautiful. 60 mil. Oh, nice job, team. Well done. That was great. Did it. Well, at least that's your good hand.
That was fun.
That was fun. Thank you, Donna, for this. I'm still going to counterbore the wood a little bit with this.
Here, this one?
Nah, from the tops.
Oh, that's
So that's
easy peasy.
Yeah, that's a one man job. Thank you. That's really nice. How's your fingies?
Ah,
Didn't catch that on camera, unfortunately.
no. Not on the piano tonight.
No, you won't be busting out tunes with Donna. So we've painted the keel, the lead, and surrounding areas now with a epoxy 2-pack paint, Wattle PR250 for any Australians that are wondering what we're using. It's a really intense epoxy paint, and it'll stick to lead really nicely. It's good to cover the lead up now. Don't have to look at lead. When we touch the boat, we're not touching lead anymore. It's kind of just a bit more safe. Instead, we're touching epoxy. All right, it stinks in here, so I'm going to go. Well, we hope that wasn't too boring for you. We're glad to have that sort of part of the build over, and now we're just awaiting bolts and having custom nuts and washers made up, which is a bit of an exercise to have the rod threaded and prepared. But hopefully that'll arrive soon, and we'll be able to actually bolt the keel together and create one unit. For now, it's jacked up quite safely and has a lot of pressure. Sort of, we've jacked the lead up until we hear the boat sort of relieve on the props, if that makes sense. You can hear it creak and groan, and then that's when we stop. So there's quite a bit of load on the jacks under the keel. For this next segment of the video, we're going to continue on with laying our deck. The deck is sort of an ongoing process. It's a lot of work, a lot of expense and time, but we're slowly just tinkering away with it in between other jobs, which keeps it kind of versatile and exciting. So we work down the deck either side, and we're just bedding it down with Fix-Tech and plastic nails, and then we come back later with the caulking and fill the seams up, so hopefully it'll last many, many years. While you're watching this, we'd like to just talk briefly about our launch date. We haven't revealed or given off any clues because it's hard to commit to a timeline on a project such as this. Time gets a bit out of control, and we've been working on this boat for almost 7 years now. So we started Tarkine from nothing with minimal experience, and over time gained experience, and I've also worked with a boat builder for a few years now and gained my qualifications as a boat builder. So you can imagine it's quite scary and daunting for us to commit to a date to put our boat in the water. We've had such a life here in the shed and we don't know any different, but we need to lock it in. So our plan is to launch next February 2027. For anyone in Australia, they may know of the Australian Wooden Boat Festival. This is a very large festival held down in Hobart in Tasmania, close to us. And our plan is to get Tarkine on a trailer, a very large trailer, and take her to the festival and have her on show for the general public. This is quite nerve-wracking and exciting for us, but there has to come a day when we take her out of the shed, and we think it's most appropriate to try and set that timeline to get to the Wooden Boat Festival in 2027 and have her on show for everyone to see. A lot of our viewers here in Australia will hopefully be there. We'll be hanging around obviously and happy to have a chat to anyone that comes. Now, it's not set in stone, but this is our goal and this is what we want to achieve. We're ready to get on the water, probably without a mast at this stage, get her in the water and just have a little bit of fun in the sunshine for a while, and then come back to the shed and begin building the wooden mast and boom and all that sort of stuff. With that deadline set, as you can imagine, there's a bit of pressure. We've been building Tarkine for almost 7 years now in this shed, and it used to be just a matter of wood and glue and sort of keep pushing on with lots of time. But now we have entered a very expensive phase of the build, and it's getting a little bit difficult financially to finish the project as such. So I guess what I'm sort of roundabout saying or asking is that if you've ever watched our videos and thought about joining our Patreon page or leaving a donation on our PayPal, then I guess now is sort of the time to get us out of the shed and closer to the water. We appreciate, look, all the support we've had over the past few years with this channel, and it's been phenomenal what we've been able to achieve with our videos and the support from you guys. And look, thank you for everything so far, and here's hopeful getting to the next Australian Wooden Boat Festival 2027. It's exciting. Today we're going to lay some more decking on the starboard side this time. 2 long strakes. We've tried quite hard to make them straight, but yeah, we're not sure. We'll see how we go. Should be pretty straight.
No, we're sure.
They're straight.
They're
Yep.
straight.
Yep.
Also, for anyone who's hasn't seen the previous sort of preparation, the subdeck is plywood and it's been glassed over. And we're laying the deck planks with an adhesive bonding compound.
Flexible adhesive.
Yeah, it's a flexible, it's white. It's like Sikaflex, but fixed deck. Anything else in the prep?
I think that's good. Have we? Oh, there's a gun. There's some nails. Oh, you got a sausage. Yep. That's all sort of. As a refresher, we're using Raptor polymer composite finishing nails. These are 1 inch long. It's an American company, but we can buy them in Australia, luckily. And they look like just little glow-in-the-dark sticks.
And when they go in, they get hot and seal.
Yeah, and when they shoot in, the plastic melts and they seal around the nail. So the theory being any penetrations when we're making these secret nails or edge nails is that they're sealed afterwards. Yeah, so we'll just do 2 long ones because it's a lot to manage and it's warming up. The glue cures pretty quick, so. Yeah. Camera stopped. Anyway, a few casualties, bit of bleeding, blood on the Samson posts. There's blood everywhere. It's getting hot as well, but we're almost there.
Finally though, I promised myself I'm not going to complain about the heat after this endless winter.
Yeah, embrace it.
Shear the banana.
Yeah, that's the why we struggle so much.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll get there. Pretty seamless.
Yeah.
Tries. Well, pretty good job, really. bring those out. Are we happy with that? Some days it's easy and some days it's hard. Today was pretty easy. Pretty easy. Look the pole. Well, on the bright side, the distance between the Samson post and the deck plank is the same. So we're
Oh,
even,
cool.
We're even on the centre, theoretical centre.
So it's just a tow rail or the cover board that is
Yep.
not joined perfectly on the same corner.
Yep.
That's all right. Brings us to the next job.
Yeah, filling the seams. Everything good. Cutting the seams. Fun. Okay, now we're going to lay the seam compound on the port side, and it's a pretty simple system. Just lay it in, and Iefke runs along it with a chisel lightly to just compress it a bit, and that's it.
As a refresher again for this process is that the bottom of each plank is saturated with an epoxy saturate and the seams have been saturated too. So it's an epoxy primer that we've put in there to seal all the grain in the end grain, and now the flexible seam caulking is going on top of that. Here we go, Obie. You do quality control, everyone.